Alright, to begin this look, I'm starting off on a fresh face, of course. I do have my eyebrows already done. I will link all the makeup products down below as usual for you. But to begin my eyelids, I'm taking this Urban Decay brush and fluffing on some concealer to act as an eyeshadow primer. This one is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20, I believe, and I'm just placing this all over my eyelids, really blending it on there up to my brow bone, and you guys know the deal. Wherever I'm placing the eyeshadows, where am I putting this? So if you guys don't have an eyeshadow primer, concealer will also do the job. It will also conceal any redness and go ahead and prime. So now I'm taking my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette and I'm taking the shade Truffle, putting this all into the crease on a MAC brush. I will have all of the products again listed below for you guys, as well as the names of these brushes. I know a ton of you guys want to know what brush I'm using, so this is a MAC fluffing like crease brush, I guess, and I'm just placing this all in the crease from outer to inner corner, kind of like a transition shade. I'm not really going too crazy with this look, and while I was doing this tutorial for you guys, I kind of just free-handed what I was doing. I didn't have a plan in my head or anything, so whatever you see in this video was just kind of going with the flow, I guess you can call it. So I'm just blending on this color in and out of my corner just to make a really nice transition. So I wanted to make this look appear more of like a darker burgundy type of look. So what I'm going to do on the next step is take this shade Double Tap from the Stardust palette from Too Faced, and I'm placing this on the outer portion of my eyelid. I'm really packing it on there and really getting it in the outer portion on like an angle, and I'm doing that on both of my eyes, and then you'll see I go ahead and blend it into the crease so it kind of all flows together. I really love this color. I love anything burgundy-esque, I guess you can say. It's just really gorgeous. So then I'm going in with a fluffy brush from Morphe, and I'm just blending that into my crease as well, just to get all those colors really nicely blended together. And then taking my Lorac Pro palette, I'm taking the shade Champagne and placing that on my inner portion of my lid. I'm blending this ever so gently with my outer corner color, just so it has like a diffused look again, but mainly keeping it on the inner third of my lid, in my inner tear duct area, and just blending that on in. I know I'm using like a mixture of like palettes and everything, so don't feel like you have to use these. As long as it's like these shades, if you want to make this look, you can really achieve it with anything. So just want to throw that out there. Now when I think holiday, I think glam and a little bit of sparkle. So I'm taking this Too Faced Nude Beam Pure Pigment and I'm placing this in the inner corner of my eye, so my tear duct area. I'm also spritzing some MAC Fix Plus on the brush because I want to make sure that it sticks and adheres to the center of my eye. Amazing. So I'm placing this right in the inner corner of my eye and I'm bringing it down on the lower lash line, just on the inner portion. So I'm like, I guess you could say the inner third, and I'm just focusing it right in there, and it just makes everything pop and is like the main focus of the look. Since I didn't do anything too dramatic, I did want to have some brightness to the look, and I think this is really suitable for holiday time. I love it. Alright, so now onto the face. I'm taking my Cover FX Mattifying Primer to go ahead and prime my skin for the next step. And I'm just focusing this more into the T-zone area because that's where I get a little bit more oily. And then I'm going in with the IT Cosmetics Concealer. And I'm placing this under my eyes, my chin, the center of my face, and my forehead. You're probably like, why girl, why are you doing that? I am actually using this as a foundation today. You guys can feel free to use whatever you guys would like, but I am using it as my foundation today. I feel like this concealer is so full coverage that it can act as a foundation, no problem. So it really hides, conceals, and does all that jazz on my face, and I just love it. So I am blending this all over. Of course, if you want to have like a brightened under eye, you can go in with a different shade of concealer or just use this as your concealer, but I feel like it works perfect for a foundation. So I'm blending this on all those spots that I had placed down, not adding any more because this amount is perfect. I'm just blending and sharpening up that edge of my eyeshadow, and I'm using a Real Techniques beauty sponge with a little bit of water dampened on there. So go ahead and blend out the concealer slash foundation. Once I'm all done with that, it's time to go ahead and set my under eye. So I'm taking my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and on a huge fluffy brush from IT Cosmetics, don't ask me why I did this, but I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye with the shade Lucid and Lyric mixed together. And this is beautiful. It sets it amazing, and it makes me creaseless all day long. So it's super important to set any type of liquid down on your face once you're done with that, because you don't want it to slide around during the day or get oily. Also, moving on into contour, I'm taking my NARS It brush and contouring with all three of the shades from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I am using the more grayish tone one to go ahead and chisel out my face, and then I'm going in with the rest to go ahead and blend it all together. So you're going to find the hollows of your cheek to create a shadow for your contour to make your face look a little bit more slender, and bringing it down. And then you are going to do the same thing to the other side, obviously. And then I'm bringing it also on my temples, my forehead, underneath by my jawline, and my nose, just so we have all those general points contoured and bronzed. To go ahead and blend all of this together so there's no harsh lines or anything like that, I'm taking a big fluffy brush from Morphe, which again, I will have all the products and names listed down below for you guys. I'm sorry, I just don't have them on hand to tell you right now, but it's a big fluffy brush from Morphe that I'm going to go ahead and blend out the contour with, and adding a little bit more of the bronzer down on the brush so I can further blend it all. Back to the eyes for just 1 second. I'm blending out that outer corner color onto the bottom lash line, just so it doesn't look so top heavy and everything blends really nicely and it all goes together. So I'm taking that like burgundy brown shade and placing it on my lower lash line, and also just blending up any of those shades into my crease and just have it all look blended. As for lashes, today I'm going in with these Ardell 120 Demis, and I'm placing this on my lashes with some glue and tweezers. And I must admit, these are not my faves. I know. My favorite really at the moment are the Vegas Nay Easy Elegance lashes. I just love those ones. They are so big, voluminous, and just glam. And if I can go back in time, I would totally use those, but I ran out of them. So these will have to do for the look, but I would definitely go in with bigger lashes. But whatever. Next, I went in with the NYX Wonder Pencil in the shade Light to go ahead and line my inner waterline. I wanted to do this because I wanted it to be a little bit more bright and not so dark with liner, so that's why we used a nude. For my lashes, I'm just going to go over top of the false ones with some Laura Geller Glam Lash. I'm doing tops and bottoms of these false lashes as well as my bottom lashes. Giving that highlight, I'm taking my Laura Geller Gilded Honey, and I'm placing this all over my tops of my cheekbones, on the side of my forehead, and I'm just giving myself that glow. I'm all about that glow recently, so I'm just using this MAC stippling brush and I'm placing it on my cheekbones. I'm spritzing my face with MAC Fix Plus beforehand as well, just so it can adhere to something and it makes it look super glowy. I just love that technique, so I'm using this stippling brush. If you guys are not familiar with highlighters, try them out and use a stippling brush and it'll change your life. So, yeah. Now to go ahead and finish off this look, I'm taking my new favorite lippy. It's the ColourPop Beeper. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about this so many times, but I'm using this on my lips because it is the most gorgeous, I guess you could say, Kylie Jenner lip color. It's so beautiful, and I think it goes really great for the holiday times, and it's totally my color right now. So it is an ultra matte lip color, so it's going to turn to matte in about a few seconds. I just love the way that this color looks, and I think it goes with this look really nicely. So I'm applying that all over my lippies. And that is it. That is my super easy holiday look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful for this holiday season. Make sure to show me some Instagram photos or tweet me some photos if you guys do recreate this look. I know it was super simple and not a lot going on, but I love this because it is super simple. I hope that you guys are enjoying this holiday season, and I think that's all that I have to say. So until my next one, I will see you then. Bye!